I welcome you all to the CIT Quantum Hackathon 2022 workshop series, sponsored by IBM Quantum as a part of Qiskit Fall Fest. With this, I am extremely pleased to welcome our speaker, Dr. S. Manjula Gandhi. She is an associate professor in Coimbatore Institute of Technology. Manjula Gandhi ma'am has 20 plus years of teaching experience at Coimbatore Institute of Technology. She is a Qiskit Advocate and IBM certified associate developer, quantum computation using Qiskit. She is working on quantum projects as a part of Advocate Mentorship Program, QOSF Mentorship. Mentor in Qiskit Global School, Summer Schools, Quantum Explorers, and IBM Challenges. Invited speaker in ATAL, FDPs, and various conferences. And she also leaded the Qiskit translation for Tamil. The session is now all yours, ma'am.
Thank you, Reshma. Let me share my screen and then start.
Okay.
So, first of all, on behalf of organizing team, I would like to thank my entire team members for supporting me and helping out and making this day all these days. And we had all technical sessions last full week, and today I'm not going to give you any technical session. I'll be actually speaking about how to become a Qiskit advocate and what are the benefits of becoming an advocate. So I'll start my presentation. So initially, I've decided to talk about my quantum journey, how I started working on into quantum, and what are the steps or the resources for taking up the Qiskit Developer Certification exam, how to become a Qiskit advocate, and what are the benefits of becoming an advocate. So I actually joined CIT in 2001 after completing my master in computer applications. Later, I registered for MS by Research and the supervisor of Dr. R. Prabhakar. He's our former principal at CIT, and he actually suggested me to start working in quantum in 2003 itself. Like those days, we were not having that much tools or like simulators or devices to work on quantum. I've seen this field grow from for last 15, 16 years actually. So working all alone was a very challenging days for me those days. Basically, I got connect from IIT Kanpur, Professor Goswami, Professor A.K. Pati from Institute of Physics, Apurva Patel from Indian Institute of Science, and these people helped me in my early days when I started working on quantum. Actually, I worked on query complexity of graph theory algorithms, which was actually a purely theoretical research when I was working on for my MS degree. Later, I joined PhD under the guidance of Devishri ma'am. She also helped me in all my hard times. It was very difficult for us actually being a woman, looking after the entire family, college, all other workloads along with the research. It was a really challenging days for me. And again, I should say, in the Asian Quantum Information Science Conference at IMSC, Professor Simon and Dr. Prabha, many of them helped me in my research while working on with my PhD also. I completed my PhD in 2015, where I worked on quantum circuits, designing quantum gates, using quantum gates, uh, generating reversible circuits, and those things were my research in during my PhD work. And from 2010, actually, there were many simulators those days, like QDIT Pro, QC Weaver, QCL, QCAD, and QPER were simulators. They were not devices actually. So these were simulators where we drag and drop our quantum, design quantum circuits, execute, and look into the outputs. So main thing, many of them were wired about how a superposition state can be. A normal classical bit can either be 0 or 1, whereas a quantum bit can be on both 0 and 1. So that was the advantage of moving on to quantum computers, and that made me not to choose any other research areas. So I continued quantum. I was so excited to work on this. These tools were also helpful for me. for designing quantum circuits. And later, 2017 only, I started working on with Qiskit. The idea of learning by doing has helped me grow, and it made me love Qiskit more actually. But those days when I opened a Qiskit textbook, I'll read half a page, I'll not get anything from that, so I'll close the book and come back actually. So this was the things which was happening earlier. But my turning point was during the lockdown in May 2020, where I joined Qiskit Slack. We had a challenge um, from the IBM Quantum Community team, where it was actually they were celebrating Quiskit's fourth birthday. So they had four questions, which has to be solved in 4 days. So I didn't even sleep the whole 4 night actually. It was a very questions were really challenging, and the people in Quiskit Slack were so helpful that you can solve it if you try. The only thing which I can give you is when we work hard, output will be really good enough that we can do something out of it. And later we had Qiskit Global Summer School on Quantum Computing, where around 5,000 students were participated, and it was an online event, and it went for actually 2 weeks. Again, there we had live sessions, and the basic difference was the time zone difference. So I used to attend all sessions during night and work during the daytime. So this was the thing which have actually happened, and all the 15 days, this was all again another challenging and a very interesting summer school which I attended. And 2020, there was a call for Qiskit Advocate application. So what I did was when I took up this exam. The exam was they gave us permission to take it at home. We were asked to solve 30 questions, which we have to submit. But that was the first step. And second step was they will look into how much contributions we have made to the quantum community or Qiskit community. And third one, we had an interview for clearing up this, for taking up this as Qiskit Advocate exam. So what we did was like actually I took up the test, I submitted it, and along with my contributions, whatever contributions I made for the quantum field, and along with it, I had an interview, and Rahul was the first person who took an interview for me. Again, the interview was over a Slack call, and we had a very nearly we went it went for around 1 hour, and it was a very very great experience for speaking with Rahul there. He was actually doing IBM intern during that time. So, and after 2020 was the challenging, or I should say, it was my turning point. Earlier, all these days, I was working all alone, but after becoming an advocate, I got an entire community where people are ready to help you, a very supporting community where people help us in all ways when we are stuck with any problem or any issues. Only thing is we have to just post in Slack. We'll get people supporting us in all different ways. No one will say no for anything. An entire community and all are like-minded people working on quantum itself. So this was my journey of becoming a Qiskit advocate. And after advocate, what are all the benefits? The next slide, I'm actually going to discuss about how to become a Qiskit advocate. So, but now from 2021 onwards, what they did was uh, they had a pre-requirement for taking up for submitting the application. The first step was you have to clear this Qiskit developer certification exam. So this is a place where you get all the details about how to take up this exam and all those things. IBM is actually giving us free vouchers for taking up this certifications. So if you are interested, you can prepare for the exam and you can apply for your voucher and you can get it out. The exam is actually, it costs around $200, depends on the country in which you're taking about. In our country, I think it is around $120. And they give for each and every people, they give free vouchers for taking up this exam. And this particular site contains the entire certification exam details. I'll also be discussing those things here. And the second thing which we have to make for becoming an advocate is we have to make contributions to Qiskit code and community. Either to the quantum field or to the Qiskit community, you have to make on contributions. I'll also discuss about this. And the last step which you have to do is you have to submit the application form. If you are interested in taking up the advocate exam or the advocate application, you can just fill in your interest in this particular form, they will let you know when it comes, when the application is opened. Any doubts, anybody, till now?
Hello, ma'am. Good
Rishma is
afternoon.
okay, everything?
Hello, ma'am. I'm Rachna Soni. So,
One,
ma'am,
one second, one second. Your voice is little low for me. Yes,
hello.
Rachel. Yeah, I've
Yes, ma'am.
seen you attending all the sessions. Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Ma'am, it is my pleasure. And today I was busy in some stuff, so I missed one session. But every time I miss, I watch the recording in the night. So
Good.
I'm
Thank
really
you.
grateful to that I was audience of such a great event.
Thank
Ma'am, this uh, free voucher is for CIT students only, or
you. No, no, no. It is not for CIT students. It is for anyone who's interested.
okay, ma'am. Okay, I'm interested to for the certification exam.
The certification exam you're talking about, right? I'll
Yes,
show
ma'am.
you. Yeah, yeah. There is a Slack channel actually for cert exam, Qiskit cert exam. I have also given the invite for joining. I'll also show you this how to join in the Slack channel. You can just apply for your vouchers here. You can just fill in this table. Reshma, I'll just copy this in Slack. So if you're interested and if you want a voucher,
Yes, ma'am.
one second, I'll just post it in chat. This link is for getting vouchers. You can just link over, check over this. And
Yes, ma'am.
any other doubts? Shall I proceed with my presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is not just for CIT students. This is anyone who's interested in becoming an advocate. You can take up this certification exam, and it is actually just by the IBM people. It is not from our side, and we are also not related to IBM at any things. We are just an advocate where we have shown that yes, we are people who work on Qiskit. So these are some of the topics, and we had several sessions on these things like perform operations. So how I'll just my next slide is how to prepare for the certification exam. What are the contents you have to look into it. So I'm not going to go into any technical concepts for today's session. I'll just give you what are all the concepts which you have to be clear on. So the first thing is you should know how to work with quantum states, how to create a quantum state, how to work on quantum gates. There are various fundamental gates. I think Raghav, Reshma, Lorraine, we had these people talking about quantum states, quantum gates, how to work on those things. And executing experiments, I think Gayatri, she spoke about how to work on real quantum devices and simulators. And these things, there are various simulators which are available, state vector simulator, QASM simulator, and unitary simulator. And how to execute quantum circuits on real devices and on simulators, how to generate a QASM string from a circuit, and how to generate read a QASM file and convert it into a circuit. So both the things are possible. And the next important part is section 5 is compare and contrast quantum information, where you should know how to work on quantum registers, classical registers. There are various operators and how to measure fidelity. So this is some of the concepts which you have to prepare. And the next one is executing your circuit on real devices and understanding your histogram data, your outputs, various other outputs like histogram, your state vector outputs, your unitary outputs, and all those things. You should be clear. Questions will be if the exam is of an MCQ question pattern, where we'll be given 60 questions for 1.5 for 90 minutes. Yeah, it is 1.5 hours. And you have to get a minimum score of 73 percentage for clearing of the exam. Okay, so if you are a certified person, it means that you have got the minimum marks for take. for showing that you have been a certified. So for 100%, we need to get 73% for clearing this. And the next part is how to monitor the status of a job instance. So submitting a job, checking out where is it in the transpilation process, how to read out your jobs, checking out your job status, is it in queue or something like that. And then we also should concentrate on displaying and using system informations, various Qiskit versions, various backends which are available. And the most important part is visualizations. All the visualizations like histogram representations, Q-sphere representation, block multivector, density matrix, and gate map with error rates. This is for real devices. And the last section talks about access app providers. All the providers which are available in Qiskit and how to visualize them using Blocksphere, QSphere, find the difference between those things, all those things we should be clear. And I should say these are some of the learning resources. The one third exam channel. This channel, Reshma, you can copy this in message. So this is how you join. You can choose this link for joining into Qiskit Slack. And these are there are various channels available. I would specifically for a student for the initial stage, I would suggest look into the general channel, India channel, quantum internships, textbook reading groups, and undergrads. Qiskit Cert exam channel is the most important channel for taking up this certification exam. There are plenty of resources shared by the entire community. Whoever takes an exam, they do share something, they share their experience, all the voucher details, everything, anything, any issue related to quantum Qiskit certification exam, we can post in this channel. In the third exam channel, there are many people who will help you to who will actually support you. Actually, the certification was designed by James. He's a very good person. He works on quantum games actually, and he also works on quantum music. That too, he's learning our uh, Carnatic music for working on with quantum Qiskit into Carnatic music. Okay, so one day I had an opportunity to speak with him. He said I'm basically interested in the South Indian musics. So he's learning Carnatic music for working on quantum actually. And these things, the textbook again is a very important place where you can learn the first three chapters of Qiskit textbook, which is an ebook which is available, very interactive ebook. Only the first three chapters is sufficient for taking up this exam. And the last link, this link is actually we at CIT, we are converting Qiskit textbook into Tamil language. I'm having an entire very energetic team of faculty members and students of CIT who are working in this translation, and we are almost done. We are actually the Qiskit textbook is available in website also. You can just click on Tamil, and this link will help you. You can read the contents in Tamil language. There are various other languages in which Qiskit is available. I'll show you when I'm moving on. And this is the place where most of my speakers would have used this, how to log into Quantum IBM experience and how to work with it. I'll just show these things and come back to my presentation. That's it. So these are the entire languages in which Qiskit textbook is available. So all these things, this is actually I'm showing it from my Crowdin page. All these are available. If you're interested in contributing to any language, you can actually contribute. I'll just show you my members in Tamil. Just so we have around 70 of our team working on Tamil language for translating it. And you could read it out. And this was a channel which I was talking about. You have a very plenty of resources here. You can just go through this whenever you have time. If you're really interested to start working on Qiskit, I would say the first step is join Qiskit Cert exam channel. Basically, join Qiskit Slack channel, and then this is very important channel where you will learn a lot amount of things from people like us itself. Whoever are interested, they do apply and they get it out. Okay, so this is one, and IBM Quantum Experience. I know you should have worked on. Composer is another easy way of learning things. You can just drag and drop your quantum gates and work on with these things. So this will also be helpful for you. So whatever you're learning, my suggestion is learn it by doing. Have a practice, only then it will be easy for us to capture things. So just whatever gates you want, you can just go on. So these are the quantum gates which are available, and this is the probability outputs, and this is Q sphere output, which is one form of visualization. Another one is state vector visualizations, and this is a dynamic code, OpenCASM code, which is auto-generated. Whatever the iterations I do actually. So if I'm going to add another quantum bit here, so I have two qubits, Q0 and Q1. So you could see we have quantum register of Q of 2. I don't want flow classical bits. I'm just decreasing it by 2. One more, let me decrease. So delete it. So I have a classical register of 2 qubits. I've applied X gate on qubit 0, Hadam add on Q0, S on Q0. So whatever change we do here is actually dynamically it takes place. So the operations here, so Cx on Q of 0 comma Q1. So this is auto generated, and this is a place where you go set up and run your circuit, choose your device or your simulator, whatever you want. Choose your devices. You can see the number of devices which are available. So these are IBM Cube LM is one of the device, and it has already 25 pending jobs. It is supported for 5 qubits. Actually, for normal public, they allow us to use up to 5 qubits. And if you are an IBM quantum educator, you are being given permission for taking up with 7 qubits. And nowadays, they have actually, it is also pay and use strategy has also come into it. So if you need for higher, more number of qubits, for 30 qubits, up to 30 qubits, it is available, but you have to pay for it. And the device, the hub which you have, and the number of shots you're executing, what is your name of your job, and all these things. So you can just check on, play along with these things, run it on whatever device you want, and so I'm not going to run my circuit. So you can choose either your simulators or your devices. You can run it out and can report. You can read your output of your circuits which you have submitted. If you're taking real devices, it takes some amount of time. But if you're using simulators, you can get within within a small amount of time. So, so working on with this, textbooks are very important. Actually, you can read, and the first 3 chapters of this is beta version, and this was a textbook which is an older one which is already available, and this is actually updated for a dynamic one and interactive ones where we have question answer sessions. So many things are actually happening, and practicing using IBM Quantum Experience. Create an ID here. Again, it is free. We can access for 5 qubits, up to 5 qubits, and you can access some of the devices which are available for anyone who's interested in learning quantum. And the next part, so the first part which we discussed was how to the preparation for taking up this certification exam. So these are the things which we should keep in mind for preparing this exam. The next point is how I can do contributions. Most of my connects are I get questions, ma'am, how I can improve contributions. How can I do that? That is a question which I get normally. So how to do for contributions is they have divided into tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. When I joined Qiskit Advocate, we were around 100, we were around 300 advocates, and in 2022 we are in nearly 500 advocates all over the world globally. So I've given a link over there where you can view the entire advocate squad. You can find out anyone in your local region, and you can get connected for any support or sessions. People, I would say, people are very, very helpful and very supportive. All my speakers, I just asked one time, are you ready to give me a session for our hackathon? We got immediate acceptance from all of my speakers. They didn't even say no. I got everyone was saying yes. So that is why I planned it for okay, let it be a 7-day session, and I'll go for around 21 speakers. And for the contributions thing, there are around four tiers. The first tier is tier one, which goes to around 12 to 15 points. So the things which they concentrate here is these are the important things. Qiskit code, you can contribute to Qiskit is actually an open source tool for writing quantum programs. So you can add code to Qiskit, or you can add contributions to the Qiskit textbook, uh, either by adding a chapter or adding a lab session or adding a tutorial, whatever you want you can do. Or you can also publish research papers where you have used Qiskit or quantum. And next is if you have attended any quantum challenges, IBM quantum challenges, and if you are from top 10, that also counts, and you will get a 15 point for each of your. If you have one paper, one research paper on quantum, you will get 15 points for that particular paper. You should have organized Qiskit camps, hackathons. So for organizing team, my students will get 15 points for each of organizing team. Next is any open science prize, or another one is Qiskit localization contributor. And if you're having a platinum or gold level badge with you, platinum is around you should have translated around 25,000 words, and this was around 20,000 words, I hope, translating word by word, sentence by sentence. And they give you badges. You can get badge at the end of every month. You can apply for your badge, and you can get the badges. Earlier it was yearly, but now it has been changed to you can apply for your badge at the end of every month, and you will receive your badges. So these points, one Junior was actually he was a person who is a person who is looking into Qiskit Advocate selection thing. What he said was the average number of points which advocates this time people who have applied for a Qiskit Advocate application, they had around 60 points actually. Average points where each person was having was around 60 points nearly. So if we have more number of points, we can be clear that yes, I have, and I can say that I'm safe, and I'll be through to that application. So this is for tier one. Tier two is for around 8 to 12 points if you have individual Qiskit projects, or if you have a quantum computing club, organizing a quantum hackathon, any blog sites, or if you're having any YouTube channels where you discuss about all quantum Qiskit and those things, or even if you want, you can create podcast series. And Qiskit localization contributor, you could have either a silver or bronze level translators. Bronze is around 5,000 words, I hope. I just forgot. I think it is 10,000, and this is for 15,000 words. So if you have that much amount of word translators translated or proofread in any of our languages which is available, and if you're interested, you can join as a part of the Qiskit localization contributor. Just put it in Google, you will get, and you have to follow the steps for being a member in the translation team. Next is tier 3 contributions. It takes around 4 to 8 points. Either you go for open source contributions, which are relatively simple, or either small bug fix, any spelling mistakes or anything can be done either in the textbook, or a small code fix in Qiskit, whatever it is. Or you can create quantum or Qiskit related contents like videos, blog posts, talks, workshops, anything. Any individual Qiskit projects that are relatively simple, or active participation of IBM quantum or Qiskit events. So this also all your challenges which you have participated. Tier 1 was if you are in top 10. Tier 3 is even if you have participated in any of your quantum challenges, you will be given points to those things. Next is type 4 contributions. It takes around 1 to 4 points where you can fix typos in small errors in Qiskit textbooks or tutorials. You can be a very active member in Qiskit Slack, may go discussions. If anyone is stuck, help them. And next is the stack exchange. You can post your answers and all those things. So all these are the contributions points. Whichever you are interested in, you can concentrate on, and you can fill those things. So, so till now, what I've covered is how to become an advocate. So I'll repeat once again. The steps are: the first step was you have to clear the certification exam, and the second one is you have to have enough amount of contributions so that you can apply for the advocate application. Okay, and the application is opened only yearly once, and they will let you know when it comes. Again, if you are active in Slack channel, our messages will be over. The next part of my talk is what are the benefits of becoming an advocate. So I'm just going to share my perspective from 2020. What are all things I have done after becoming an advocate, and what were the opportunities which I got. So that is what I'm actually concentrating on in the next part of my session. Any doubts in the previous part? Anybody? Shall I stop here for a minute? If you're having any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, I'll just move on. Any doubts, anyone? So, assuming no questions, let me move on to the benefits of becoming a Qiskit advocate. And I would say this community is very helpful and supportive people. Everyone takes each thing as an opportunity. So even if I want to connect with anyone, I do get easily. I'm able to reach out with all of my any of my friends who are working on it. Earlier, I used to have only people from chemistry and physics background working on quantum. A very few people com- worked on quantum from computer science background. So, which was a very difficult and challenging time for me when I started working on quantum. My supervisor suggested better we'll change and move on to some other research area. But I said no, I'm just going to continue in this. So, irrespective of all those things, I should say I'm in a place where I'm connected with like-minded people who are into quantum and who all have the same thirst and energy. So the first thing which we had is the Advocate Mentorship Program. I'll be actually discussing all these things. I'll share my things. And next is mentoring global summer schools. The first 2020, I was a participant. 2021 and 2022, I was one of the mentors there. Really, it was what to say, a very happy moment being mentoring in those quantum challenges, summer schools, organizing fall festivals, the one which we are doing right now. And we were invited speakers for various ATL FTPs, Quantum Hackathon, conferences, and so on. And Advocate Cafe, again, I meet every week. I am connected with one of the advocate where we have an e-coffee chat. We discuss about what they do, what I do. We have a very live sessions going on, and they offer internships for Qiskit advocates either related to hardware or software, and new collaborations actually take place once after becoming an advocate. So advocate mentorship program, the first thing, I was a mentee in this project in March 2021 to May 21. It is around 3 to 4 months period. We worked on arithmetic circuit library where we contributed code to Qiskit Terra. What we did here was we developed adders, subtractors, and multipliers. We added those our circuits to the circuit library into Qiskit Terra. And anyone who's building a quantum circuit can just import our library and add. So if they want to add two numbers, they can just call the corresponding function and they can get it out. And they can get the adder ones. So building a complex circuit is very difficult. So it is actually time taken for building even the smaller ones. So what we did was, the people who are building complex circuits, they need not go for the fundamental ones. As we have libraries in our normal classical systems, we also plan to go for creating arithmetic circuit library for the quantum Qiskit Terra portion. And I should thank my mentor, Julian. He's from IBM Quantum, Switzerland. And my co-mentee was Mantas. He's from IBM Lithuania. We worked for around 4 months where we had regular meetings, and we worked on ADAS, all those things, and it was added to the Qiskit Terra. It is available. You can use it out. And this was an article which was written by Kiran. One of he wrote about 4 projects, and I'm happy to say one of project was ours, which was actually cited in this particular article. And the next project which we did was the lab manual. The lab 2 and lab 4, which is currently available in Qiskit textbook, was done by us. I was mentor for this project, and Guncha from IBM, she was my mentee, and we worked on the lab manual, and we created these two labs for the textbook. And my third work as a project for QAMP was we worked on real world data analysis using quantum machine learning. My co-mentor was Balaji, and we had Kaushal and Nitish as our mentees. And we had a really great time working on quantum machine learning algorithms, and we took around three case studies, and we made analysis on our case studies. And the next part, the current one which we are right now doing is I have Jay Kumar and Kavita in our team, and we are working on developing tutorials for quantum machine learning. We started this last month, and we are in the progress. We had a presentation last Thursday. We do have checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, and the final showcase, which is neatly arranged, organized by the IBM team, IBM Quantum team. It will be really a very nice moment to see all of the projects which are happening, look into all the presentations. We have two different times. One is Eastern Hemisphere time and Western Hemisphere time. Look, we choose a slot which is suitable for us, and we attend either of the sessions. So that will happen. And the next portion was, as I already said, 2021 Global Summer School on Machine Learning, Quantum Machine Learning. Amira, she works on this, and now she's at Google. And very, very informative sessions from all the speakers here. And this year we had on quantum chemistry, that is quantum simulations. So again, it went for around 2 weeks. Again here, not just the theory session, not just the lectures we'll also have questions which we have to submit it out for getting out the certification. You have to answer the questions based on the lectures which was given, and a very helpful mentor team will be there for supporting you in the Discord or in the Slack, where you can solve the questions easily by having a discussions. Rather than taking it out, my pointers doing things will help us learn via these summer schools. And again, it is online, it is free, and it is everything is free of cost. Next is these were some of the challenges which I was mentor. The first challenge, again, this was organized for India for our country on quantum machine learning. It was organized by Rahul and team. Just after becoming an advocate, it was again for another 15 days. So I had this opportunity for being a mentor. Next is again, not just hackathons or challenges taking place only in IBM. They organize one in November and another one in May. So this is every year they organize 2020, 21, like it happens every 6 months. But there are other hackathons. See, this is actually from Korea. And Africa challenge again. So continent-based people arrange quantum challenges, and all are welcome to be the mentors. If you are an advocate, you can be a mentor, or if you're not an advocate, you can be a participant. And this is Qiskit Quantum Explorers Learning Program, which started in the month of August 2022. It goes up to February 2023, and it is organized by Dr. Radha Pyari Sandhi, and she's IBM Quantum Lead for India. She's very active. You can join the Discord. If you're interested, you can register for this. Anyone can participate in this. The first session was Fundamentals of Quantum in the month of August. In September, we have started on quantum machine learning. Like that, each month we have a theme, and based on that, it is actually there. I would suggest if you're a beginner, it is better to join Quantum Explorers channel, Discord channel, for learning out and getting updated in quantum field. So these are the various challenges which I was mentor. And Fall Fest, I arranged Qiskit Fall Fest last year also. We had for 1 week, and this is a YouTube channel where you can find out our recordings. I had all our speakers who were for this year also, like Advocate was there. I gave a session. We had Guncha, we had Vishnu, and We had Rajesh, Jayesh, and only Rajesh is not there this time, but all other speakers, last year hackathon speakers were our speakers this time also. And this time we will share you our hackathon Quantum channel, YouTube channel here, and we are planning here for this time. We have arranged for 1 week tutorial series and 1 week hackathon where students can register. They can join team and submit their ideas and finally submit their implementation. Next is invited speakers for various ATL FDPs. I gave a talk in Ramakrishna Engineering College, one at PSG, another one is at IIT DM Jabalpur. I also gave it for my as a part of as an alumni. I gave it for my college also. I was so happy to deliver a session for my juniors in Maitre College, Delhi University. And this was another great moment for me. I was an invited speaker in Qiskit India Week of Quantum, celebrating women in quantum. I was one of the women who are working in quantum in India. And this article, even I would have given content from my part. I spoke on 2 sessions. One day two, I shared my quantum journey, and day three, speak with an advocate or ask an advocate session was there. And our great moments. This was organized by Yuri, Savi, and Kiran. So these people helped me a lot choosing out, and we had a very fun and a great time when we worked for this particular for this particular session. And the one which I did recently was from Sophie. She's a IBM Korean lead, and I worked on two compliments of practice here. It was again an online session which was submitted for the Nano Korean conference. Next is I also had an opportunity to connect with Quantum Open Source Foundation mentorship where we worked on quantum ray tracing. I had Anand and Yang from Singapore. They were my mentees, and we worked on quantum ray tracing. Basically, quantum image processing was a concept which we worked on here. And this is the textbook link for Tamil. You can click this link and read the contents of Qiskit textbook in Tamil. This we started with Dr. Anupama was our first person. She was Hindi translation lead, and she suggested me why not you do it for Tamil. And these people, Yuri, Sulu, and Sam, are the people who are involved in the translation team. And Sophie has taken over the charge currently. And I would thank all my staffs and students at CIT for translating Qiskit textbook into Tamil language. Next is the Advocate Cafe. We are paired with an advocate all over the globe. Every week I'll be auto paired, and that algorithm is also a quantum algorithm where I'm paired with another advocate. We speak about our interest, how we came into quantum, and all those things, and we get connect. We are connected. We get more friends, and improves us for collaboration section. And at CIT, I taught quantum for two of my batches, 2018 software systems and 2019. We had a really great time teaching quantum. We had both theory and lab sessions. We have a hub for CIT Quantum Hub, a provider from IBM Quantum team. Being an IBM Quantum educator, we have that permissions. So you get those things. And some of the new collaborations which I got, these are all startups in India. The first person is Q Labs, Professor Nixon, and Silico Fellow Quantum, Dr. Manan, Q Krishi Prabha, Startup XY Nikhil, my QT Karthi Ganesh. And I'm connected with all of these people. We just exchange our ideas, support each other, and we are we are actually connected. We go for calls and share our ideas. By this, I'm actually stopping. Before acknowledging, let me go back and I'll check out if I'm having any questions. So by this, I'm actually stopping my session. If you're having any queries or anything. Any doubts or anything, any related things? Please be interactive. I'm not giving any technical session here. If you're having anything which you want to get cleared, you can just. So most of my students have promised me that they will take up this exam and they will clear. Most they have attended. Just because of short of 1 or 2 marks, they were not able to clear actually. So they have promised me that they will take up by this semester end, and they will soon become an advocate. Yes, Reshma.
Yes, ma'am, sure, ma'am. We started preparing already.
Thank you so much, ma. Any doubts, ma?
Hello. Yeah, madam, my name is Ayana.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, I am working professional. I was looking any kind of a certification on this area, which is for product manager kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I attend all the sessions, right, most of the time it's like academic kind of thing actually.
Most
Uh,
of the time it is.
like academic kind of thing, right? I mean, at the beginner level kind of. But if
Mm-hmm.
someone is having the experience in an industry already,
Mm-hmm.
in quantum computing, how can he enter into the other area? Mainly
Okay.
into the
My
project
thing
management.
is the
Yeah.
first thing is Qiskit is actually IBM Quantum team is actually organizing this for the beginner level only. They are planning to go for another higher end certification. Once if you clear this, the next part,
Okay.
according to me, what my plan is, I think they will be bringing in for quantum algorithms also. Right now, we are not into quantum algorithms and all those things. Maybe they might bring something else for working on with quantum algorithms and learning things. This is for fundamental developer certification.
Got it.
It is
But
not. It is just a level 1 certification.
correct. Ma'am. Anything on the management side of quantum computing actually?
Anything on the management. So according to Qiskit, this is the only certification which is available right
Like
now. Yeah.
usually in the software industry, when you see, right, one is the technical part will be there, another is like managing those projects, right? I mean,
For that, I think they give it only for people who are doing IBM internships,
okay.
the management side. Because most of my friends who are there, who are working, like Brian is there, he's actually into organizing only. So those people, I don't think so. They have another. They have their own certifications, but they should be part of IBM.
Got it.
Internally, they have those certifications.
Sure.
It's not open to public actually.
Thank you.
So only thing is practice using IBM Quantum Experience. Be active in the Slack channel. Contribute wherever you're possible. Anything adds to your contributions. Participating in hackathons, winning people who are winning in a hackathon will also be will the point number of point contributions will be increased actually. So if you have one paper and one challenge or one hackathon, if you have participated and if you have won, that adds on to your contribution. So if you're having higher number of contributions, the points, then it is easy for you to get through the advocate exam. Once if you become an advocate, you have a connect. Earlier we had monthly meetings actually, where all advocates join and we discuss and look into. Three of them will present what they have worked and we learn. And there are many 1 minute videos also which are available. There are Qiskit textbooks from James Frank. They have written really those are really very very good books. Production side or management side, I'm not much clear, much sure about how to go into that actually. Okay. So further no other questions. Let me move on to my last slide. I take this opportunity to thank management of CIT for this hackathon. I would like to thank our principal ma'am, Dr. Rajeshwari, our AO sir, Tirumari Murugan sir. A special thanks to all of my speakers at CIT Quantum Hackathon 2022. All were readily helpful and they were so happy to participate. And each one took it as an opportunity that it should not be sent out. For they have, I should thank for their time and for their contents which they have shared it with our participants. And the participants who have registered, we are having nearly 210 registered participants for the hackathon. And the next point, what I want my participants to do is join into our Hype platform, form teams, and submit your ideas. If you're having any questions or anything, ask in the Discord. We'll help you in Discord. And at the end, we want you to use Qiskit only for working out in your projects. And I take this opportunity to thank all my department faculty members and faculty members of CIT. And last but not the least, my entire organizing team. I should mention their names: Dharni, Reshma, Kalai, Sushma, and Ajay for their time. These people, without them, this would have not come true actually. They have supported me in the various things, creating posters, organizing, connecting, everything. It was all done by these five. And thank you so much, all of you. And you can reach me at, this is my ID and my LinkedIn profile. Thank you all. I wish you all a happy learning.
Okay,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you.
So, okay. Ma'am, we have now arrived at the session of the workshop series, and I once again thank Dr. Manjula Gandhi, ma'am, for giving us a wonderful session on how to become an advocate, and it was very useful, and your journey was very inspiring, ma'am. And we thank you, ma'am, for leading us and supporting on this, making this event successful. And also, I would like to thank all the participants who are constantly supporting us for the workshop series. And I also like to thank all the professors of CIT who joined with us to make this event successful. And knowledge is worth nothing until it is put into practice. So we are thrilled to see us, all the participants in the hackathon, and all the best for all the participants. And further info about the hackathon will be posted on the Discord, and participants be active in Discord for the updates. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Reshma, once again. Thank
Mm,
you.
thank you, ma'am.